Hi, this is Linda from So Sweet Crafts by Linda. I have another video for you. I just have one journal to show you today, but first I would like to just show you some bonnets that I made. If you're not interested in bonnets, I will list below the time when you can that you can fast forward to, and then you can skip that part. As you know, I've had an Etsy shop since 2011, and I make baby clothes, and I make bonnets and christening dresses and regular dresses and teddy bears and aprons, and I just started making junk journals about 2 years ago. So last week I made these French bonnets, and the back, the poofy part, is new fabrics, and it's gathered. This ribbon is adjustable, and then on the front, the brim, I pieced together some vintage and antique lace. Like this was a dresser scarf, and then these are crocheted medallions, and then the buttons are vintage too. I really like the white and ivory together. I think that looks beautiful. So this one is 3 to 6 months. This one is 0 to 3 months. And it's the same principle. It's got the medallions here. This was a partial collar from an old dress. And I don't know if you don't have any babies in your life. Maybe you know somebody that has a baby that's looking for a christening or a baptism bonnet. One never knows. I also make hanky bonnets from wedding hankies, and I put the hanky bonnet poem in so it can be taken apart and worn at the wedding. This is my favorite one. I love this lace. This is a combination of 3 different laces, and I love the whites and the ivories together. I think that's really nice. This is 0 to 3 months. And there's this one. This is 3 to 6 months. This was a round doily, and I made a rosette out of it. Ties are nice and long. And I also make my own embroidered bonnets. And this is a French bonnet with pink embroidery that I did. I also have one in my shop for white embroidery. So I just wanted to show you those. And now we'll go on to the journal. This journal I call The World. It is, let's see, I have it written down. It's 4.5 by 7 by 2.5 or 2 1/4, the spine. This is Tim Holtz paper. This is the last smaller journal I'll be making for a while. I'm going back to the larger ones. I wanted to make some that weren't quite as expensive for people. It has 3 signatures. Excuse me. 56 pages or 112 sides. It's got the crocheted spine, and it's tied with dyed seam binding. This one I also made a detachable, so you can take it off. There's a little key there. There's some twine in the dangle. There's some sari ribbon. A disc that says Wander. A fleur-de-lis. I didn't know how to spell that, so I did put it in the description. A postcard. A key. And some coordinating beads. So this is a travel journal, but it can be anything else too. It doesn't have to be a travel journal. It can be like a business. It's got a sort of a, it's not real feminine. So here we start. There's an envelope here. It's not really an envelope. It's just a page that I folded. You can't go in here. This is from a Goodies Ladies Book and Magazine. There's an old photograph. There's an airmail and a cable and wireless limited tag. I put some of my fold over tags in here. This is one of South America. Placed a journal. There's pocket here. I put some stamps in. And this is pretty much Tim Holtz paper as well. There's a coat check. There's a tag with airmail. Credit receipt. This is vintage. And a little place for journaling. Crinkly paper. Here there's an envelope. I don't think there's anything in here. Oh yes, there is. There's a tag. And here's a receipt. I believe that's from Graphics Fairy. Another receipt. Reproduction postcard. I backed this with some old ledger paper. I can't use this paper because it breaks up when I fold it, so I've used it for backing things. I have a whole ledger full of it, which is quite exciting. There's a tag. There's a little envelope back here. There's nothing in it. But you can put things in it. Here's a vintage postcard of Ullswater and Glen Riding. In this one I've put wooden beads on the tails. So fold out. This is some old ledger. There's another envelope. There's nothing in there. A tag. 2 tags. And some journaling paper. I really do like this Tim Holtz paper. There's another fold over tag with some journaling space. There's a little journaling space there. There's a couple tags. Invoice from the Graphics Fairy. There's another vintage postcard. Wordsworth's Daffodils. An invoice and a French journaling card. That's Tim Holtz. Here's a belly band. And that looks interesting. And the wooden beads on the ties. Another small envelope. And another small envelope. There's a tag. There's a letter from Dr. to John Bennison, some journaling paper, and I like this postcard. They look like tourists. Another tag has a stamp on it, a train check, post office telegraph, and these are period absence forms that can be journaled on. This is a little booklet with airmail. Quite a few pages. Message, journaling card. Here's another fold over card. Place to journal. I've backed it with some of my old ledger paper. There's a tag. There's some dictionary page, Tim Holtz tag, and another tag. And I put a little collage down here with stamps. Ticket, a small envelope, another tag, a journaling card, and a postcard. Some music paper, card, journaling card, a tag, Jacob and Joseph Kahn, invoice, another receipt from the graphics fairy, Tim Holtz ledger page, little number 4, and here's a tuck made out of vellum, a receipt, and a little things I love journaling tag, and in the back a couple tags, and that's it for this one. I hope you like this video. If you do, I'd love it if you would make a comment. Let me know how you like the bonnets. And I always like suggestions for new journal subjects, so if you have any suggestions of journals you might like to see, please leave it in a comment below. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And this journal is for sale on my Etsy shop. And I think that's all I wanted to say. I will see you next time. Bye.